जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय यशोदानंदन जय ब्रज जनरंजन। जय यशोदानंदन जय ब्रज जनरंजन। जय यमुना तीरवनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी। जय यमुना तीरवनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय यशोदानंदन जय ब्रज जनरंजन। जय यमुना तीरवनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी। जय यमुना तीरवनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe. Jaya Panchatattva Jaya Panchatattva Jaya Panchatattva Jaya Panchatattva. Jaya Prahlad Narsimha, Jaya Prahlad Narsimha, Jaya Prahlad Narsimha, Jaya Prahlad Narsimha. Jaya Jagana, Jaya Jagana, Jaya Baladev, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Jayom Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajakacarya Astottara Sata Shri Shriman His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jayom Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajakacarya Astottara Sata Shri Shriman His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Naam Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की श्री श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की श्री वृंदावन धाम की श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की इस्कॉन सेंटर्स वर्ल्ड वाइड की गंगामय यमुनामय की तुलसी देवी भक्ति देवी की समवेत भक्त वृंद की all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the most merciful lotus feet of Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. So thank you all so very much for assembling for the morning program. I beg to offer you my most humble obeisances. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patita nam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. I especially beg blessings from my seniors, Srila Prabhupada disciples. Today is a full circle moment for me. Her Grace Swarga Mataji, Her Grace Vegavati Mataji, who have first seen me as a greenhorn, Penn State, 2001 November, are here. Give them a big hand. Thank you for your mercy to a foolish young student in those days. I'm so grateful that you're here. Thank you very much. I humbly request everyone's blessings so that I may be able to do justice to this service that has been given to me. I can only speak from the level of my realization, which is not much. I'm neither learned, nor qualified, nor intelligent, nor scholarly. So you might ask, what guts you have to sit here and give class then, right? The reason is my Guru Maharaj's order. That is the only reason I'm sitting here. So I humbly request your blessings. Mukam karoti vachalam, pangum langayate girim, yat kripa tamaham vande, Shri Gurun Dirantaninam. So we are on Canto 3, Chapter 21, verses 41 to 43. I've prepared many things, but who knows what's going to happen. Health is an issue, sneezing bout, coughing bout, who knows, failing memory. So please pray for me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudirayet Nashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Can everyone see the board clearly? Okay. So verses 41 to 43, I'll simply read 41 and then we can recite 42, 43. Mata dvijaganair gushtam Mata brahmara vibramam Mata barhi natatopam Avayan mata kokilam. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki. The area resounded with the notes of overjoyed birds. Intoxicated bees wandered there. Intoxicated peacocks proudly danced, and merry cuckoos called one another. Purport. The beauty of the pleasant sounds heard in the lake surrounding Lake Bindu Sarovar is described here. After drinking honey, the black bees became maddened and they hummed in intoxication. Merry peacocks danced just like actors and actresses, and merry cuckoos called their mates very nicely. 42, 43, I hope everyone can see. That was the purport. But I was given 41, 42 and 43. So by your grace and blessings, I will go on. We'll speak on 40, 41 and 42, 43. Don't worry. Kadamba champaka shoka Karanja bakulasanaihi Kunda mandara kuta jais Chutapotair alankritam Karandavai plavair hamsai Kurarair jalakukutaihi Sarasais chakravakaischa Chakorair valgukujjitam Karandavai plavair hamsai Kurarai jalakukutaihi Sarasais chakravakaischa Chakorair valgukujitam. Prabhus? Mataji's? Kadamba, Kadamba flowers. Champak, Champak flowers. Ashok, Ashok flowers. Karanja, Karanja flowers. Bakul, Bakul flowers. Asanaihi, by asan trees. Kunda, Kunda. Mandar, Mandar. Kutajai, and by Kutaja trees. Chutapotaihi, by young mango trees. Alankritam, adorned. Karandavai, by Karandava ducks. Plavai, by plavas. Hamsai, by swans. Kurarai, by ospreys. Jalakukutai, by waterfowl. Sarasai, by cranes. Chakravakai, by Chakravaka birds. Cha, and Chakorai, by Chakora birds. Valgu, pleasing. Kujitam, vibration of bird sounds. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Lake Bindu Sarovar was adorned by flowering trees such as Kadamb, Champak, Ashok, Karanj, Bakul, Asan, Kunda, Mandar, Kutaja, and young mango trees. The air was filled with the pleasing notes of Karandava ducks, plovers, swans, ospreys, waterfowl, cranes, chakravakas, and chakoras. Would you like to repeat? Okay. Lake Bindu Sarovar was adorned by flowering trees such as Kadamba, Champak, Ashok, Karanj, Bakul, Asan, Kunda, Mandar, Kutaj, and young mango trees. The air was filled with the pleasing notes of Karandava ducks, plovers, swans, ospreys, waterfowl, cranes, chakravakas, and chakoras. Purport. For most of the trees, flowers, and fruits and birds mentioned here as surrounding Bindu Sarovar Lake, English synonyms cannot be found. All the trees mentioned are very pious in that they produce a nice aromatic flower such as the champak, kadam, and bakul. The sweet sounds of waterfowl and cranes made the surrounding area as pleasant as possible and created a very suitable spiritual atmosphere. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So very pleasing atmosphere at the lake of Bindu Sarovar, where Kardama Muni is performing penances in order to please the Lord. So we have a very beautiful description of the lake Bindu Sarovar and the surrounding forest where he had his hermitage, and he was performing severe austerities to attain the mercy of the Lord. To perform such austerities, and that is, we are talking about Satya Yuga, meditation for 10,000 years. It requires intense focus, deep concentration, and complete shutting out of all external stimuli. You might say, why did the sages and saints and kings and all these, why did they go to the forest? What was the reason? Kings leaving their kingdom, their beautiful wives, children, wealth, armory, treasury, jewels, royal throne, going to the forest and living on fruits, roots, berries, living in a simple hermitage. Why did they do that? There's a reason. The third stage of life, Panchashordvam Vanam Rajet. Of course, Prabhupada says we cannot do all those things now. We are too foolish. You will become professional bluffer. You will just go solitary bhajan claiming that and think of wine and women. That's all. So therefore, in this age, we are encouraged to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So that is why, because this forest is a place of solitude, of peacefulness, of serenity, of being one with nature, life becomes very simple because you are depending on Mother Nature. Therefore, you are coming closer to Father God. Waterfalls, rivers provide natural water to drink, to bathe, to wash, etc. The rustling of leaves, the sound of the birds in the trees, the fragrance of the flowers, the natural ambience created by a forest is very conducive to spiritual life. That is why the sages and saints and kings of old ancient times used to go to the forest, because the purpose of human life is so important. We must try to achieve the goal of human life, which is to go back home, back to Godhead, to regain what we have lost. My dear spirit souls, in this human form of life, we can do it. No other form of life we have this opportunity. Yes, very rare cases may be there, but now, and therefore, Srila Prabhupada has told us zillion times, go back home, back to Godhead. Why? Because only in the human form of life this is possible. So to make our life successful, we must put all our energies into achieving this goal of life, the perfection of life. So therefore, Kardama Muni, he wanted to see the Lord face to face. He wanted to please him. So with one pointed attention, he was meditating on the Lord. Unlike the towns and cities where there's constant hustle and bustle and noise, he took to the forest. So, simplicity supports renunciation. It teaches us that true contentment comes from being in harmony. Harmony with oneself, harmony with God's creation, in harmony with one another also, and ultimately in harmony with God's plan for our life. So hence, this is why we recommend that people take to Krishna consciousness in all seriousness and create a sacred space first in your own home and then within our hearts. We want to capture Krishna, isn't it? We want to capture Krishna and keep him in our heart and never let him go. So, we continue to engage in Nam Sankirtan with devotees, serve under the instructions of spiritual master, and try to make one's life perfect. But today I want to talk about the importance of trees, because this description is there. Why are trees important? Lessons that we can learn from the trees. A Vaishnav is just like a tree. What the great souls have said about trees. Is that a good idea? And ultimately I'll talk about this wonderful book. It's called Krishna's Way, Natural Living. written by His Holiness Chandramauli Swami. You're welcome to pass it around if you like while we are, you can just take a quick look at it because a lot of the material comes from there. So what is the importance of trees? Why we are talking about trees? Trees are just, standing there for sometimes for thousands of years. What do the trees do? Remember your science lesson in 5th standard, 6th standard? They give out oxygen and they take in carbon dioxide. That is why we are living here. All life is supported by the trees, by the bees. They are the food pollinators. They are part of the food chain. Otherwise, we would not be able to live. How do trees do that? Does anyone remember? Why are tree leaves green? They contain chlorophyll. Very good. What does chlorophyll do? Captures the sunlight. With the sunlight and carbon dioxide and water, what is formed? Glucose, and it gives out oxygen. The trees absorb water from the roots. The leaves provide from the sunlight manufacture. They are the kitchen house. And that is how we have nice fruits, vegetables, flowers, because of trees. Trees give us shade. Trees give us sap. Trees give us fruits. Trees give us medicine. Did you know that for every ailment that we have, there's a herb to cure it? Yes, this is a fact. In New Talavan, many years I was there back, there's a devotee who has devoted his life to making herbal medicine to help devotees and everyone else. I have personally seen one person, the doctors had given up on him. He had HIV. And then he heard about Dvibhuj Prabhu. He came over there and he says, 5 years after they had written me off, I'm still alive and I'm doing well. This is the power of herb. Krishna says, I am the healing herb. There you go. Of all trees, I am the banyan tree. Very good. Excellent. You all are reading. Nice. In Vriksh Ayurveda, it is said, are you ready for this? Vriksh Ayurveda. 10 wells are equal to 1 tank. 10 tanks are equal to 1 lake. 10 lakes are equal to 1 child. 10 children are equal to 1 tree. What do you think of that? Just see the importance of a tree. How much time it takes for a tree to grow? Hundreds, thousands of years sometimes to fullness. How much time does it take to chop it down? Seconds. And we are doing that. We are destroying our source of oxygen, our source of life. Mother cow, Mother earth, trees, all these are providing us with life. When we destroy our own habitat, we are condemning ourselves. It's self-destructive. Therefore, a reversal, where Srila Prabhupada said to teach the people a more simple, natural way of life. This is one of the purposes of ISKCON, 7 purposes of ISKCON. Why did Prabhupada say this? And he repeated it. Please live in harmony with nature. Learn to depend on nature, not on the Western secular economy, because he knew the crash was coming. This civilization cannot continue for long. It's based on just economic development, sense gratification. A civilization cannot last long. So, therefore, Prabhupada was insistent that we have farm communities where we learn to live in harmony with nature, where we learn to take care of Mother Earth and Mother Cow, and she in turn takes care of us. Trees, their roots go down deep into the soil and they protect the topsoil. The topsoil is the fertile part where things can grow. Mother cow, as she grazes from place to place, her saliva contains millions of microorganisms that go into the ground, break up the minerals into nanoparticles that the roots can absorb, and that is why we have nice, tasty fruits, vegetables, etc. Today what we are doing? A layer of urea on the soil, nothing can penetrate, and we are having nice tomatoes, potatoes, etc. and no nutrition. Looks good, but there's nothing inside. No wonder our health is failing. No wonder the problems are increasing. So everything is topsy-turvy. And Srila Prabhupada said, I have come to create a spiritual revolution to direct a misdirected, impious civilization towards God, towards Krishna. So this Krishna consciousness movement is going to save the world in its darkest hour. This is the purpose of this Hare Krishna movement. And every one of us is called upon to be a soldier for Lord Chaitanya. Now you might say, soldier? Me? Yes, because to become a devotee is to declare war on the illusory energy. So everyone is a soldier in this mission of Krishna consciousness. And there's a saying, an army runs on its stomach. That means when the soldiers are well fed, well nourished, then they can fight. Today we are becoming debilitated due to ill health, due to diseases, due to poor nutrition, poor lifestyle, irregular habits, sleeping late at night, eating all kinds of food. And this is destroying our health. No wonder we are having difficulties. So, therefore, going back to nature, living in harmony with nature is going to be key for not just our survival, for our health, for our life. Everyone with me so far? You agree? Okay, good. All right. So, we talked about the importance of trees. Now, what are the lessons that we can learn from the trees? Let's see what Srila Prabhupada has to say. This is Sridham Mayapur, Gaur Purnima Festival, lecture March 16, 1974. Let's see if I can pull it up for you. And there, okay. He's describing the nature of a Vaishnav like a tree. So, every godly person, he thinks for others. Oh, people are suffering for want of Krishna consciousness. Let me do some service. Let me enlighten them so that they may be happy. Therefore, we offer obeisances to the Vaishnavas. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Vancha kalpataru means wish fulfilling tree. Kripa means mercy. You are just like a desired tree, my dear devotee. Whatever I desire from you, you fulfill it. This is a Vaishnav. Kripa means mercy. You are the ocean of mercy. Patitanam pavanebhyo. And you are the deliverer of the fallen. Therefore, I offer my obeisances to you. It is very nice to offer respect to a godly person, is described. Now, patitanam pavanebhyo. A godly person's business is to reclaim the fallen souls. They cannot see. A godly person, however, sees, here is my brother. He is a son of God. I am a son of God. Without enlightenment, without knowledge of God, he is suffering. So, let me give him some knowledge of God. This is a godly person's business. He has no other business. He has no other business to find out where to eat, where to sleep, etc. God provides for him. If God can provide food and shelter for cats and dogs, do you think God will not provide food and shelter for his confidential devotee? No. Is God so blind and ungrateful or unable? If he is able to feed innumerable living entities within this universe, does it mean that one who has sacrificed his life for God's service, he will starve? No. So Srila Prabhupada is encouraging us, each one of us, to take up this mission of Krishna consciousness in all earnestness, in all seriousness, in all sincerity, to save the world in its darkest hour. Are we willing? Prabhupada said, we can take over the world in 18 days, but you are not ready yet. Are we going to be ready anytime soon? Do you agree that the world is in a very bad shape? Do you agree that the outlook is very bleak? So unless the soldiers of this Krishna consciousness movement take up the mission of Krishna consciousness in all earnestness and give this knowledge to others, uplifting their consciousness, how are we going to save Mother Earth? earth for the future generations. How are our children going to eat, drink, live, sleep, grow up, marry, have children, education? What is going to happen? Just think. If things are allowed to continue like this, what is the future for our kids, for our grandkids, for our great-grandkids? So we have a duty. We have a responsibility. This wonderful legacy that Srila Prabhupada has given us, we have to not just preserve, propagate, and help others thrive and flourish in Krishna consciousness by creating a suitable spiritual atmosphere, as this purport says. Do you agree? Yes. So therefore, simple living, high thinking, living in harmony with nature, applying the principles of God consciousness in every area of our life. Not that I sit here, do things, and then go home and eat junk food, throw the plastic, throw this there, don't care about what is happening to the environment. No! Krishna consciousness means a life of responsibility. No escape for anyone. No excuses. Krishna consciousness means a life of responsibility. We have received such a great gift. Prabhupada gave his life so that you and I can have eternal life. Should we not pass this on to the next generation? What do you think? Do you agree? Yes. Okay. What does Krishna say about trees? Would you like to hear? Yes. Krishna talks about trees. This is Canto 10, Chapter 22. You're welcome to follow if you like. And verses 30 to 35. Okay, let me see if I can read it out. Everybody with me so far? When the sun's heat became intense, Lord Krishna saw that trees were acting as umbrellas. 10, 22, 30 to 35. He spoke as follows. O Stoka Krishna and Amshu, O Sridam, O Subal, Arjun, Vishal, Rishabh, Ojasvi, Devaprastha and Varuttapa. Just see these greatly fortunate trees whose lives are completely dedicated to the benefit of others. Even while tolerating the wind, rain, heat, snow, they protect us from these elements. Just see how these trees are maintaining every living entity. Their birth is successful. Their behavior is just like that of great personalities. For anyone who asks anything from a tree never goes away disappointed. These trees fulfill one's desires with their leaves, flowers, fruits, shade, roots, bark, and wood. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm losing it. Just give me 1 second. The internet and my own lack of tech savviness. Okay. Where were we? 34. Anyone who asks anything never goes away disappointed. Thank you. These trees fulfill one's desires with the leaves, flower, wood, and along with their fragrance, sap, ashes, pulp, and shoots. It is therefore the duty of every living being to perform welfare activities for the benefit of others with his life, wealth, intelligence, and words. And I would like to also read purport of 32, which says, Lord Krishna was preparing to bestow his mercy on the wives of the hard-hearted, ritualistic brahmanas. And in these verses, the Lord indicates that even trees who are dedicated to the welfare of others are superior to the brahmanas who were not. Certainly, members of the Krishna Consciousness Society should should soberly study this point. Why am I saying this? Because there's a great danger, my dear spirit souls. We can get so caught up in just learning shlokas, learning all this knowledge, but not applying it. We'll become jnanis then. Bhaktas care for the welfare of others. It's no use just having theoretical knowledge. I am Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vedanta, Bhakti Vaibhav, Bhakti Sarvabhauma, this, that. But I don't talk to anyone. I don't smile at anyone. I don't interact with anyone. Me and my service and my focus, and I don't want to bother with you. ऐसा करेंगे तो कैसा चलेगा? Huh? The purpose of life is to develop love of God. Love of God means love one another. What did Srila Prabhupada say? Your love for me will be shown by how you cooperate to push on this Krishna consciousness movement together. Now I will share with you a story by His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj about the redwood forest. Are you ready? How many people have read The Journey Home? Raise your hands. Very good. Okay. Maharaj goes once a year to the redwood forest to be in nature and learn from the trees. He was walking in the forest, and this forest ranger was saying, I will now share with you underground secrets. So Maharaj became very curious to hear. He says, these redwood trees are standing here for centuries, some for thousands of years. They have withstood rainstorms, earthquakes, hail, wind, rain, torrential storms, lightning. How do they do it? So Maharaj thought, maybe their roots go down very deep. The forest ranger said, no. It's a very loose soil. The trees spread their roots horizontally and they intertwine with one another, making a permanent bond. Now, one tree's roots are intermingling with another tree. That tree's roots are intermingling with another one, and so on and so on and so on, so that every tree is connected to every tree. Even the young saplings that grow, their roots get intertwined with the giant trees, so they are sheltered and nourished. Now you know the point I'm coming to. This is a metaphor for our lives. We need to connect. We need to develop those strong bonds so that we will be nourished and we can in turn nourish others. Just like a flock of birds, when it flies in unison, each bird gets strength from the other bird and it uses its own strength in the best possible way. So Maharaj says this is a metaphor for life. When we have strong, loving, healthy connections, we will be nourished in our Krishna consciousness and we will be able to nourish others. And this is what is wanted. Today, we have everything. We have centers, we have temples, we have books, we have beautiful deity worship. What about our relationships? What about our communities? What kind of atmosphere are children growing up in? What kind of difficulties are the elderly, handicapped, maimed, disabled facing? So unless we show caring and build those loving communities, we are not going to be able to impress the world. People are looking to us for answers. People are looking to the Hare Krishna movement. And Mother Krishna Nandini, how many of you have heard of Mother Krishna Nandini? Some of you, okay. Her life was dedicated to developing strong, loving, healthy, loving relationships among the Vaishnavas. She coined this term TEAM. You know what is team? Together, everyone achieves more. Haribol! Mother Krishna Nandini ki jai. She gave her life so that we all can have a better life. This is a Vaishnav. Very compassionate. Para dukkha dukhi. A Vaishnav's heart is very soft. He cannot bear to see others unhappy and he wants to do everything, he or she, to uplift others. This is Krishna consciousness and this is what is expected from every one of us. So we can strive to become like the tree. And Lord Chaitanya likes the tree so much that he has forever engraved it in our hearts in the form of the third verse of Shikshashtakam, which goes together. Trinad api sunichena taroriva sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. Translation: one should chant the holy names of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree. completely devoid of all false prestige, and ready to offer all respects to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And Lord Chaitanya wants the whole world to be drowned in love of Godhead through this Harinam Sankirtan. So every devotee is called upon to do his best, be his best, give his best, and live in such a way that we make a difference. We leave a legacy that we are proud to hand over to the next generation. Not that I just eat, sleep, get fat and say, oh, somebody else will do it. No, each of us has to take responsibility. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Okay, thank you for listening patiently. We will now open up for questions, comments, corrections. Because I make a lot of mistakes, so I humbly request my seniors to correct me so that I can improve in my service. Yes, Prabhu, you want to go ahead? Please.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for bringing up all these wonderful points about applying the principles of Krishna consciousness in real life. I mean, I don't know real life, but back home I am a natural builder, and the last time that I came to Mayapur was 30 years ago. And on the one hand, I am extremely thrilled to see so many devotees moving in and so much development. But on the other hand, I was very, very surprised how we are, natural building is something that, it's very
dear to your heart.
Yeah, to me. And
me too.
So I was very concerned as well how we're somewhat covering the Holy Land with cement all over. And there are studies that have been done that after meat eating, the production, discharge, and use of Portland cement is about the second or third
environmental polluter is the fourth highest. The cement industry is the fourth highest in terms of environmental pollution. The cost of making cement is so high.
I am very interested to know if there is any thought in the Holy Dam to give some kind of building code, especially for devotees, because I understand for a big building like a temple, it's very understandable, or a bridge. But you don't need to have a dwelling with cement, especially in a place like this where people have been building with natural material for generations, and now we come and we do exactly the opposite, the Holy Land with cement. To me, it's a kind of sinful activity, but I don't know if I'm wrong or not.
Why don't you move here and help?
I'm thinking.
We need more environmentally conscious people to show the way. Otherwise, how will people understand? And we have to teach by example, by building such a thing, showing it to be sustainable, showing that it can withstand all kinds of weather. Yeah. And people will get convinced only when they see an example. Yeah, and don't ask me these questions, because I am just a little preacher, a little itty-bitty preacher. I have nothing to do with the management. Right. Concerned people should present these ideas to the management. And the management can then answer your question. I have no say in this matter. Unfortunately, I would like to, but I don't.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. What's your good name, Prabhu?
Gaura Prema Das.
Gaura Prema Das. With such a name, you have to be in Mayapur. My humble obeisance is to you. More power to you.
Hare Krishna, dear Mataji. Thank you for that very interesting class.
My obeisance is to you, Rameshwar Prabhu.
You've given us many understandings about trees, so thank you.
Thank you.
Just to respond to this devotee before I make my comment about trees. Srila Prabhupada utilized airplanes, automobiles, and everything modern if it was used for Krishna. He told us, right now we have about 8,000 devotees living here in Mayapur. He told us that this movement, will be building a city of 50,000 people. So there will be a mixture of natural living and modern technology in order to create a city of 50,000 devotees full-time. So that was what Prabhupada taught about the future of Mayapur. Both have to be there. And as far as the trees, you inspired me to look up from the Anjalila, the final chapter. What did Kaviraj Goswami say that Lord Chaitanya said about trees? So, and like a tree, he tolerates everything in two ways. That's part of a text 22, text 23. Oh, this is Anjalila chapter 20. When a tree is cut down, it does not protest. And even when drying up, it does not ask anyone for water. 24. The tree delivers its fruits, its flowers, and whatever else it possesses to anyone and to everyone. It tolerates scorching heat and torrents of rain, and yet it still gives shelter to others. So those were some of the
Qualities of
observations by Kaviraj Goswami about Lord Chaitanya's Shikshastakam prayers and how to understand being as tolerant as a tree, as a devotee, which is
a tall order
very,
indeed.
very beyond us, but still. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you. Mother Vegavati has her hand up. No? Oh, okay. Okay. Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, I just wanted to thank you. Lovely class, and you really opened a new discussion about trees and about the community which you brought in your lecture was really required. The community building and the environmental friendly staying. So thank you very much, and we'll appreciate that if you also take a lead, and then all of us will help you also in this. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Anyone else? Yes, Prabhu. My obeisances to you.
I was curious to know if there's any English version of these names of trees, like an Asoka tree. Is it an oak tree or?
No, the Ashok tree is not an oak tree. I don't know what is the English name. For people, which is one of the auspicious trees, it is Ficus religiosa, because it has such tremendous religious significance. But I don't know for Ashok, what is, can someone look up the botanical name, just Google search the botanical name for Ashok tree.
Any of these other names?
No, I have no idea. Maybe we'll have to do a little research to find out what is the botanical name, because normally they do have, I think what Prabhupada is meaning to say here is that in common language, in common English language, not the botanical classification, because every tree has been classified like that. We have so many very auspicious trees: mango tree, coconut tree, plantain, bananas, Ashok, the people, the banyan. Banyan tree is just, there are beautiful photographs of trees which have been here for centuries. So, but to answer your question, I personally don't know the English names. Sorry about that. Does anyone else have any idea? Any botanists here? Maybe they can help out. Anyone know the English names? No. Okay. We have Gaur Prema answering. Can you speak into the microphone so our audience can hear?
No, in general, would you look for the botanical name and then you put the botanical name in English? If there is an equivalent,
come.
most likely you'll get it.
Okay.
Here, the devotee already found it.
Okay.
Sorrowless tree.
So,
Sorrowless tree. For Ashoka tree is sorrowless tree.
sorrowless tree. Wow. Tree that makes you happy. Hari bol. Yes. Trees have energies. Gautam Buddha sat beneath the Bodhi tree, the peepal tree, and it said he gained enlightenment. There are some great sages who actually lived in the hollow of trees in the forest, very, very many centuries back. Tree provides us with everything. So Mother Swarga and Mother Vegavati, would you like to say something? Can you please hand the microphone?
Hare Krishna, just because you keep insisting. I'm very glad that you gave the class today, and it was very inspiring. For people who sometimes read books that aren't directly spiritual, I can recommend a book called The Overstory. It's a novel, and it has very amazing characters in it, but over and above all the human characters, the main characters in this book are trees.
Hari bol.
And there's a lot, like there's one description of a banyan, it's quite like our example of Narada Muni going to visit the Brahman and the cobbler. The description of the banyan tree coming from its tiny, tiny seed, and all the different branches coming down. It's very beautiful. I'm sorry to recommend a non-scriptural book, but it just fit with the topic of your wonderful class.
Thank you. Thank you for being here and blessing us with your presence. Both Swarga and Mother Vegavati are Srila Prabhupada disciples. At a very young age, they joined the movement. Maybe you can share a little bit of that journey if you would like, so that all of us can be blessed. Srila Prabhupada disciples are our real treasures. Why? Because they were directly in touch with Prabhupada. They received the mercy of Prabhupada directly. So we need to hear from them. We need to hear from them.
Well, I'll say that it wasn't Srila Prabhupada first that I met, but I got from his followers Back to Godhead magazine, Spiritual Sky Incense, Krishna's Holy Name, which actually came indirectly to me because the Hare Krishna mantra had become famous. The person who wanted to write a musical about the hippie movement met Srila Prabhupada in person, and Prabhupada said, if you put the Hare Krishna mantra in your musical, it will be a success. And that was the rock musical Hair, and it was that tune of Hare Krishna that was on the radio those days where I first heard and chanted the Hare Krishna mantra. Plus,
Haribol! Yeah. Can you sing that tune for us?
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So you see, it was actually a couple of years before I met Srila Prabhupada in person, but the followers, the books, the holy name that he spread came through so many different touchstones.
Hari Bol. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Give Mataji a big hand. Thank you, Mother Vegavati. Would Swarga Mataji like to add something, say something? Hare Krishna.
Yes.
the Srila Prabhupada actually gave was like a sprinkle.
You know, you need to speak into
Just,
the...
I received just a sprinkle of what Srila Prabhupada had to us. And that was more than everything in the whole world. And so just from receiving the potency of a sprinkle, I was able to just practically dive off the side of the earth into Krishna consciousness. And this is our saving grace. I think most of us will be able to adhere what is actually bringing us, what has actually brought us into this mercy wave, this mercy ocean of Krishna. And no matter what adversity comes our way, when we are able to embrace the essence of the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and the whole parampara, we are most blessed forever. We're brought into eternal loving grace.
Jai Srila Prabhupada. He has changed the world, right? One pure devotee has changed. Yadi Prabhupada na hoito, tabe ki hoito, e jivana bahita kishe. If Prabhupada were not here, how would we have lived? Nitai gore apara karuna khedite sakala deshe. The unlimited mercy of Nitai Gaur, who would have distributed throughout the world? Who would have taught us about Rath Yatras, festivals, Janmashtami, Krishna, the holy name? Who would have done this? So it's all Prabhupada's mercy. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So thank you very much. We are at 9:02, which means we have to stop here. My humble obeisances. I humbly seek your blessings, your mercy. Please bless me so that I can do more and I can do better forever and forever for Prabhupada. Hari Bol. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.